guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Pumla, aka Tapua Nasha, the Zulu girl. Today is the first episode of Getting with the Jets. Alright, so as a lot of you guys are well aware that I got into the JET program. First, you guys were asking me what is this program, then you're asking me what are the requirements, how to apply, and so on. So then I just decided, why not do a series on it, especially because when I was applying for it, I couldn't actually find anybody from South Africa. All I could find were people from other countries like Jamaica and America, and sometimes you just want somebody who's within your country to kind of like be your online guardians. Like, tell me, I love you, girl. But I wasn't alone. Definitely one of my friends, Dileka, who's currently in Japan, really helped me throughout each and every stage of my application, and I just want to extend that courtesy to you guys. All right, so yes, before we even begin, I have great news for those who are really interested in applying for the JET program. The applications are opened. All right, they opened yesterday. They used to open from September to November, but because of the pandemic, they only opening from the 1st of September all the way to the 29th of October. I know that sounds like you have a lot of time, but you don't, okay? So if you really are interested, when I am done with this video, you need to apply. And you need to have this whole thing submitted by next week Friday. And it is definitely possible. I actually was done with my whole application in the first week because I was low-key prepared before it even opened. And the only thing that really delayed me was my health certificate, because I couldn't really afford to go to a private doctor. So I went to a public hospital, which they don't really do that, but they agreed and they gave me the dates for like the following week. So I had no choice but to wait until the next week. But by the end of the second week, I had already submitted all my documents, right? And that's a beauty part about the JET program. You literally just submit once off, and that's it. You're done after that, right? So just before I go into why the JET program and not other English agencies or countries or whatever it is you want to call it, to be quite frank, Japan wasn't my first choice. South Korea was my first choice. Everybody who knows me knows I love them Koreans. I love their culture, and I actually believe that there's a lot of similarities between the Zulu culture and the Korean culture. I know you're probably fighting me right now, but there really is. And I just really love the series. All right, they're so lovey-dovey. So anyway, guys, so I wanted to go to South Korea. I knew that before I even got into university, that the moment I'm done, I'm getting that paper and I am going to South Korea, and I was gonna go through Teach Korea, right? Teach Golden Key. Yeah, Golden Key, Teach Korea. And yeah, and a lot of you guys know, I think a lot of you guys know that want to go teach overseas, that most of these agencies, you need about 30K. Okay, you're not paying them, but pretty much everything they're gonna want you to get and apply for will require so much money. It will all come up to 30K. If it's China, it might be 20K, right? And I'm just like, so is this for rich kids? Because where am I supposed to get 30K? You know? And the reason why South Korea goes as high as 30K is because you actually pay for your flights. But the nice thing about South Korea is that the moment you land there, they actually give you back all your money, right? But not China, unless you got like a really nice school that's willing to pay for everything. But yeah, but even though they give you like all your money back, my biggest issue was just like, how am I going to get the 30K? But nonetheless, the goal was applying, because I was like, God will make a way. He has always made a way, you know? But yeah, so that was actually my first choice. And then a friend of mine who's actually in Japan was like, why not Japan? And I was like, I like South Korea. It's like, yeah, but Japan's better. And I was like, why is it better? You know? And then she was like, well, no, 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 no. And all I captured in everything that she said was that I don't have to pay for anything. And I was like, I'm in. The second thing was the amount. With every other country, we are not counting Dubai because, first of all, to even teach in Dubai, you need 2 years experience as a teacher, a BA degree or PGCE. So we're not counting that. But every other country where you're going to teach English, actually Japan is actually the highest paying one. Every other country is like between 20 and 26K, and Japan is like 32K, which is another reason that all of you guys should do it. Okay, I know South Africans do not like getting out of the country, but you guys need a gap year. I mean, you've been studying science for 4 or 5 years, you've been studying BA, you've been studying law, whatever it is that you're studying, just take a gap year, go make money. I mean, in South Africa, as a graduate who just finished studying, where are you gonna get a job that's gonna pay 32K? Where? Get out. All right, get out. It's okay to get out. Go explore, see the world. Okay, so guys, like, it's really worth it. Like, when she told me that I don't have to pay anything, and the fact that, like, I don't have, like, and that it's 32K, I was sold. I was like, I love you, SK, but hello, Japan. And so I switched and stuff like that. So basically, the reason why you don't pay anything, because I know that if you're going to Japan through other agencies, you would be paying. But with my program, the JET program, you don't pay. And the reason why you don't pay, it is because you're applying through the Japanese embassy. I mean, that is, like, first of all, the safest way to apply to anywhere, okay, through the embassy. So the embassy is actually your agency, if that makes sense. Like, everything you do, you deal directly with the Japanese embassy. So that's why you don't pay for your flights, you don't pay for your visa. The only thing you're actually going to pay for is just your documents to arrive in Pretoria. But if you are in Joburg, you can just drive to Pretoria and drop them off yourself, right? But obviously, unfortunately, if you are in Cape Town or Durban, you know, Postnet is aware of this whole application, so they're gonna charge you about 500 rands just to have it dropped off. But that's literally all you're going to really be paying. You're not gonna pay that much for the application, unless, of course, you're seeing a private doctor. But I'm pretty sure you're not gonna go beyond even 1,000. So it's kind of like, it's for us, you know, the ones who can't really afford the 30K or the 20K. I just feel like that's for rich kids, you know. So the JET program actually gives all of us an opportunity to go to a foreign country, earn a lot of money, explore, and be rich. Anyway, guys, yeah, so that is why you should probably consider the JET program if you haven't considered it. And if you are considering it, you are definitely in the right place and you are in the right mind, and good for you. All right, good for you. So now let's actually get to how to apply. Now that we know that the applications are open, and that even though the due date is on the 29th of October, your due date is next week, Friday. Okay, let me tell you how to do it. It's not that difficult. It seems like a lot of documents that you have to deal with, but it's really not. Compare to actually when you're applying to other agencies and the different stages that you go through. The JET program is the easiest application, okay? You just have to follow simple rules, okay? Like, literally, rule number 1, your application is due next week. Trust me. They don't care if you submitted on time. they look at when you submit it, and it matters. All right, and follow instructions. Okay, so I have these things. I'll try to guide me. Sorry, I picked up the wrong one. I think I might just put the screen, but I put it on the screen. But in case I don't, when I will put a link below to where you can find all these applications, and I'll put everything else that you probably find in that link just in case. But please, like, straight after this video, guys, just go and click on the link and apply if you're actually serious. If this video is out at night, just click on the link still, download all the documents that you need, read through them. Okay, read through them, don't be lazy, and then tomorrow get on it. Okay, your best friend is this page. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but that's your best friend. Okay, this page is written 2022 JET program, South Africa, very important. That is your best friend. Every time you are doing your application, there's a checklist. Your best friend. Okay, this page tells you that in every document that you are filling in, you need 3 copies. Okay, 3 copies. The first one is the original copy that I think you have to fill in blue, but read, it will tell you. Okay, the second one is a copy of the original one, and the third one is the copy of the original one. All right, and you have to have 3 copies for each document. If you have 2, you're disqualified. So rule number 2, follow instructions. Like, you could be like the smartest person ever, the best person for the job, but if they see your application and you didn't follow the instructions, you are out. Like, they don't play. Those people don't play. Like, you follow instruction and you are already a foot in. Okay, also another thing that's important, because it's 3 different sets of copies, they also tell you the specific type of clip that you have to use. Do not be that person who's gonna be like, oh, it's just a clip, it looks neat. No, follow instruction, guys. Okay, they're very particular about how they want their things done. Surname first, name next. Very particular. Don't be like, it's a small mistake. If you make a mistake, go print another page and do it again. When you go see a doctor, you tell them how you need to fit in their application. It's extremely important. Okay, this page is also going to tell you everything that you need, okay, to do, basically, like everything that you need to do. All right, which obviously takes me to the next thing, the application. Okay, your application form is the longest document you'll ever have to fill in, but it's the only long document you'll ever have to fill in. Okay, and when you do your application, again, guys, there's gonna be another document that's gonna give you guidelines and how exactly to fill in each and every document. That's also your best friend. The one I was holding is your checklist. Then that one is your best friend. It's gonna tell you what you're gonna need to use. Like, for example, where you have to say where you're from, which is South Africa, there is a chart that tells you the code that you have to put in. So just download all the documents and read through them. Okay, so tip number 2, or rule number 2, follow instructions. Very, very, very important. Okay, especially when you're filling in, not even just your application, all the documents, just follow instructions. Okay, rule number 3, or tip number 3 that I'm gonna tell you guys, when it comes to the, hold on, I have it here. This is awkward. All right, wait, I'm gonna stop. Sorry, guys. So the next thing that you are going to be expected to do is a self-report of medical conditions. Be honest, okay? If you know you have a condition like myself, put it down. They're not going to disqualify you, okay? They are not going to discriminate against you. They need to know, though, because if they do find out that you did lie, you will get disqualified. Okay, so just be honest. There was a girl, actually, I watched her YouTube channel. She went to Japan, but she was back in America, and she actually had some brain condition. I don't know what it was, but it was really, really deep. Okay, but she got in because it didn't affect her being able to do her job. So just be honest in your medical reports, the one that you have to do for yourself. Okay, be honest. Rule number 3, be honest. So rule number 1, your application is due next week. Rule number 2, follow instructions. Okay, rule number 3, please guys, just be honest in everything. Okay, so you have a a medical report that you have to do where you tell them about anything that you have going on in your body. Okay, then you have 2 medical reports that have to be done by a doctor. Obviously, if you can't afford a private doctor because you don't have medical aid, then try public hospitals. All right, it might take a little bit longer to get a date, but try them out. That's what I did. Okay, but if you have medical aid, good for you. Go to a doctor, get them to do your medical reports and stuff as soon as possible. Okay, and then you need 2 references. All right, you need 2 references. Please don't get your parents to do this for you guys or your friends. It's just best if you try to get one from your university, okay, or where you work if you are working. So maybe one from your lecturer and one from your boss. Okay, do that, and just make sure that those reference letters are powerful. Woo, guys, Mr. Ofe and Professor Michael, do it. Thank you, because these 2 people, guys, yo, if you guys were to see my reference letters, they are fire. So get lecturers or your employer, whoever you can that qualifies to be someone to write you a reference letter. Okay, and hopefully they can actually write you a killer reference letter. You need 2 of them. You need them. 2 reference letters. Very, very important. Again, your best friend, the one you tick in the box, the first page I spoke about, she will tell you how many you need, right? So obviously it's gonna be 3 copies of each. Like, remember, 3 copies of every document that you are dealing with. Filling. Sorry. Anyway, all right. So, okay, once you have your reference, then you need a TESOL or TELF certificate. I don't think this is a requirement. I don't think it's a must, but I think you should get one. All right, I am going to also put a link below where you can actually go and do 2. Well, one's a TESOL and the other one is a TELF, where you can literally do them and you'll pay about 500 rands. The other one that's a TELF, you don't actually have to pay. You can just use the memorandum, but why not just pay for it? Like, it's 500 rands. These certificates usually cost about 3K. And if you actually physically go to school for them, it's about 9K. So just go to the links below. And well, the one link is going to be for Palisa Jones. Yeah. She has a link on her Instagram where if you use that link, you get about 80% off. That's the one I did, which is a TESOL, and you pay about 500 rands. It's worth it, guys. Just go get it. Okay. So get a TESOL certificate. It's not that hard to do. The TELF one that I'm going to put down below, I'm also going to put a YouTube link which has all the answers, which means you can do it this whole week. And then the one that I did, I didn't cheat, okay? I was smart about how I did my test. So basically, you have to do the studying, then you have to do the test. So basically, when I did the studying, and the studying is when you're just doing the readings, I just kind of like screenshot all the readings. And then when I went to go do the test, obviously I read them so that it's easier for me to find the answers when I'm doing the test. So when I did the test, I just, opened my computer, just my phone for the screenshots, and I was able to do that in like 3 days. So you really can do your TESOL certificate by the end of this week if you're serious about leaving South Africa and going to Japan. All right, so get them, add them. They're going to be beneficial to your application. All right, and then the last thing that is the most important thing is the essay. Statement of purpose. Okay, it's called the statement of purpose. This goes back to rule number 2. Be honest. I think that was rule number 3, but just be honest. Okay, so the statement of purpose is like your deal breaker. It is the cherry of your application. It is the most important document. It is an essay about yourself. It is what's going to set you apart. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to emphasize this. Like, it's important. Okay, it's really, really important. This is the part where you speak about what sparked your interest about Japan, why you want to come to Japan, okay? But also they want to hear about you. What are you going to bring to the table? They want to also hear about your plans after, Japan. If it links to your career, perfect. If it doesn't, it's fine. You can even say things like, I'm going to go back to my country and share all that I've learned about Japan, because, you are an ambassador of South Africa when you're in Japan, and when you leave, you get to, share a little Japan with your country, and they want that, right? So they will tell you the guidelines exactly of what you need to write, but overall, it's just what sparked your interest about Japan, and it could be anything. You don't really have to that. Don't go on the internet and try to see what other people are writing, copy and paste. Be original. They want people who are curious. They want people who are adventurous. They want people who are full of energy. They want uniqueness. They want you. Be you. All right? Share your experiences. I spoke about me being in the LC. Nigga. I am recording. Wow, guys. Wow. The mince is... Oh, I'm sorry. You have to see all of that. But anyway, guys, the statement of purpose is extremely important. If you do want to see mine, I don't mind sending it to you. It's not that deep, but I actually quoted myself in it, I think. Yeah. Anyway, so guys, sorry, this video took longer than I actually wanted it. I was hoping I'll be 6 minutes, and I can see I'm on 23 minutes, but I do think everything that I shared with you guys is very important and it's worth listening to. And I just want to say again that if you guys are interested in applying and you're serious about it, I don't mind helping you guys out. But I'm not gonna lie, also, if like you DM me and you don't have a degree, and then you like, I don't have a degree, please can you help me apply, or is there a way I can apply? I'm not gonna respond to that. I'm really not, because the last time, I don't know how many people I responded to when I was telling them about iTutor, which I said one of the most important requirement is a degree, and a lot of people actually without degrees are like, can I apply my diploma? Can I apply without a degree? No, sis, it's not. You don't have the requirements. You don't qualify. So please don't waste my time. I'm really not in the mood for you wasting my time. So yeah, guys, that is it about how to apply for the JET program. I wasn't joking, guys. Like, it opened yesterday. Do the application. Start today, start tomorrow, and get it submitted next week if you're really serious. Again, where in South Africa are you going to get a company that's going to pay 32K starting off? Where? Get out. Go and explore. Take a gap year. You're allowed. It's okay. And you'll save money, So just please, do consider it if you haven't, consider the J program and stuff. I just want to say this video is longer than I expected it to be, and I do apologize. And I hope that like going forward, the rest of the stages are going to be like 10 minutes, which they should be, because there wouldn't be much to talk about. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and again, sorry it's so long, and goodbye.